We from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers? It's the coach from Brothas N Bets, and we are Brothas N Bets. And Marley, can you hear me?
Good, loud and clear.
And I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Betts. Marley, what's going down with you?
I'm good, big dog. I'm good, man. We've been killing so far. Only been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
yeah.
We got SB. We got SBO in here early, man. We got SBO early. We got football parlays, profits, money making weekend, fellas. Yes, sir, it is, man. And I did post that when I put something like that out there in the universe. But Mark, let's talk about them. Let's talk about them real quick. Let's talk about them.
Hey, but goddamn right. Let's talk
men,
about
men not wanting to man up. They want to cut corners, go around.
Oh, man.
You know, they want to go around and hate on your boy.
You stupid.
And what's crazy is he was a guest on the show. That's the crazy part about everything, ladies and gentlemen.
He's stupid, dog. He's stupid.
But other than that, how you feel, dog?
I feel good, dog. I feel good. Yeah, I have a problem with I don't have a problem with that guy personally, but I do have a problem with men.
But you do have the problem
not being men. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? I feel like your boy hit me with some teacher. He's sitting next to me. Can you get him to move? Type of shit.
Can you move him?
Yeah, that kind of shit. Like, bro, just if you don't want me, just come to me as a man. It's cool, dog.
That's all we ask for. Just come to the people as a man and let us know how you feel, and then we go from there.
My birthday tomorrow, dog. We grown last time I checked.
Your birthday tomorrow?
My birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, man, happy birthday, my boy. How old you turn? 42?
Damn.
With all the jobs you got, I think you about 42 right now.
I'm about to be able to quit one soon. If my son don't get his act together, he won't be at your school.
I told my coaches that I'm gonna have to talk to you about that once we get off because
I'll talk to him today though.
I had some questions about that. Anywho, man, that's kind of review last week, man. I went 3-1 on my picks. You went 4-2 on your picks. Let's kind of do a real quick recap. I like BYU money line. Man, that game wasn't even close. Like that, jumped all over that money, easy and early. We both like Oregon State. That was easy money on a Friday.
First half and full game.
Yes, sir. And it's tough to play in that environment on a Friday night, man. So we saw that firsthand. We also jumped on that Colorado plus 21.5. It was definitely first quarter, second quarter. It was definitely looking like, man, here we go again. And they ended up coming through, fighting for your boys. And LSU, that was a crazy game. They were down big. They got up. They went up by 10. Then they just had a debacle. You know what I'm saying? So he said, Coach, I'm a Tampa Bay boy. Them Rangers did. Yes, sir, Stormy.
Yeah, they did me dirty today, too.
I was this close of pressing the button before the game. I called Gambling Graylow because I was dead nervous. I was like, even my boy, even my coach, he'd be in the mix, and he was just like, man, word on the street, Rays. And I was just like, I can't do it. If anything, I'm gonna bet them unders. And the inning unders, I hit the third quarter inning because they were by then, but they were down at the bottom of the roster. And I was just looking at the flow of the game, and I'm like, man, them Rays had their chance. You went 3 innings of solid pitching. Rays needed to jump on there and get at least a run in those first 3 innings. And I'm looking at them like, You can't keep the Rangers bats down that long. I jumped right on the Rangers. I dropped 1,000 in live bet, and I'm gonna win about 1,200 back. And boom, they took off for the first time. And you saw it in the chat that I told everybody. For the first time when I pressed that button, it has actually gone my favor. So shout out to them boys from Texas up north, DFW area to be exact. Let's kind of keep our review, man. Marley went 4-2. He hit the BYU money line. Ohio State, he hit the double. First half and full game spread. He hit Colorado. We both fell off on that LSU game, and then Texas minus. You said the first half. Either way it go, it wasn't no way they won that by 6. So I know for a fact that you didn't win that one. But other than that, man, pretty solid. First episode back. And we ready to keep this thing going. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. Before we jump into the game, do you have anything you want to talk about that occurred over the weekend? Anything caught your attention?
Let's go.
You ready to go? All right. Well, we got our first game, and this is actually going on tonight.
I didn't know we were doing this game.
I was just about to say, I'm not sure if Marley knows anything about this, so I'm just going to go rapid fire and give it to the people real quick. With my bets, I've been studying this game all day, and I think I found a winner. Jacksonville State Gamecocks, they're 4-1 on the year, while Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders, they are 1-4 on the year. The line did open up in favor of Middle Tennessee State -4.5. Right now, that line's sitting at -3. Get to these actual factuals for Jacksonville State. They are the under sit 4 out of the last 5 games. They are 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games, but 5-15 straight up in the last 20 games on the road. But 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games in the month of October. Middle Tennessee State 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games, 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games, 1-4-1 against the spread in the last 6 games at the crib. The unders also hit 5 out of the last 7 games when playing at the crib. No injury reports right now has been reported for Middle Tennessee State, and Ron Riggins, the running back for Jacksonville State, is out. The last time we seen Jacksonville State, they did win in overtime against Sam Houston, 35-28. This is Sam Houston's first year being a Division I school. Division 1A school, and they were down. At one point, it was 20-0. Jacksonville State came back, made a run, sent it to double overtime, and me and Mikey Hover, we was up late night in the chat, and we posted, hey, jump on Jacksonville State money line. Boom, they threw a post corner, scored, got a stop. Easy money. We weren't even watching the game, but we just jumped on it because it was like one of the last games out. Middle Tennessee State took on Western Kentucky, another game that we're going to break down here shortly, give you my quick pick. They lost to them 31-10 on the road. So what am I going to do for this game? I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of like Middle Tennessee State for this game. They have the more explosive offense. Jacksonville State can't really pass the ball. They are a great running team right now. They've been shuffling, going. Rich Rodriguez has been shuffling, going back and forth with quarterbacks at Jacksonville State. Right now, he has more of a pocket passer, but this guy's actually leading the team and rushing too. I don't have his name.
That where he at? Rich Rodriguez, damn, he all the way at Middle Tennessee State.
Rich Rodriguez is that? No, Rich Rodriguez is down at Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Jacksonville State. God,
yeah,
damn, you're talking about fall.
He's down there. The creator of the read option RPO, read option game in college football, shit in all sports. Middle Tennessee State, though they're 1-4, man, they opened up against Alabama. Okay, they played Mizzou in a tight game. They ended up losing to Mizzou in Mizzou 23-19. Right now, Mizzou's a top 25 team. They beat Murray State 34-14. They had a close game against Colorado State. They lost that 31-23. Colorado State does have those weapons on the outside, man, and they took care of business just like they did against Colorado. And then Western Kentucky, a high rate, high octane, almost old school Mike Leach passing offense. One thing. Another reason why I like Middle Tennessee State in this spot is because Jacksonville State has struggled on the road and against passing teams, man. So I really want to jump on this Middle Tennessee State first half money line, but I'm going to go to full game. The 3, I believe, I'm so faithful they can cover that 3. But y'all know me, 3 and below, and where my account is right now going in on this baseball and Monday Night Football, I'm going to take the money line. I'm probably going to try to get 2 bands off this one. I'm taking Middle Tennessee State on the money line. They did have a lot of returners coming back from defense from last year. I just think, and at the crib, I think they played a better strength of schedule. I think a lot of people and the public are on Jacksonville State just off of the record basis alone, but not knowing what's really going on. So that's my play, man. Marley, you have any insight on this game? I know you didn't study it.
Nah, but I like Middle Tennessee State. I know the public is heavy on Jacksonville State, and I think the line was like 4 originally or some shit like that. And yeah, I think it's just a strength of schedule thing. They looking at the record. It's one of those publics don't know what the fuck they doing. They tripping. But yeah, no, I don't got nothing on that game. Oh, you added another game that you didn't add it like 3 games.
I added all the day games. I told you, man, we got to capture at least one.
But you didn't tell me you added. I'm just looking at the banners and like, oh, he added this game. You didn't.
I got you, but here's the thing: you gonna gamble. Okay, you gonna see these games on tomorrow. You gonna be like, all right, here's what I'm gonna go with. You know what I'm saying? So I figured you might have had something to say about it.
Middle Tennessee State, but nothing official for your boy. Because I didn't even look at this shit. I like Illinois when we talk. Oh, my bad. I guess I'm moving too fast.
All right,
but
all right. Well, we'll get to that
game down either,
I mean, I have a play for that one, but I really don't have a play for that one.
Oh, no, I don't have a play. This is not a play. That's not a play. We didn't do that game.
For Illinois?
Yeah, that game went on the list we talked about when we talked about the list.
I got you. All right, man. Well, let's get to our next weekday game. We're talking about Western Kentucky Hilltoppers taking on Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. They're both sitting at 3-3. This line did open up in favor of Western Kentucky, -8. Right now, that line's sitting at -6. Get to some of these quick factuals. Western Kentucky 12-6 against the spread in the last 18 games, 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games, 6-3 against the spread in the last 9 games on the road. The unders also hit 7 out of the last 8 games against opponent from the Conference USA, 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games in the month of October, but they're 5-11 straight up in the last 16 games played on week 6. Louisiana Tech, the unders hit 6 out of the last 9 games. They are 6-14 straight up in the last 20 games. The overs also hit 10 out of the last 11 games at the crib. 2-5 against the spread last 7 games against an opponent from the East Division. 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games in the month of October. 9-2 though, straight up in the last 11 games on week 6. There are some injury reports right now for Western Kentucky. Blue Smith, wide receiver, he's out. He's questionable, Another receiver, Matheson, he is questionable as well with a hip injury. And tight end, Borland, he's questionable. Louisiana Tech quarterback, Hank Backmeyer, he is questionable for this game, which is probably why that spread's kind of like that. Bremen Randall, he is out with a suspension. Running back Marquise Crosby, he's out as well. And another running back, Keith Willis, he's out. Last time we seen Western Kentucky, they took care of business, like I said, against Middle Tennessee State on September 28th. They won that game 31-10. Louisiana Tech won their game against UTEP 24-10. So, with all that being said, let me just go ahead and jump on this, Marley. I like Western Kentucky.
Of course.
Okay. I like the offense. I want to jump on them first half, which should be 3. Hopefully it's 3. If it's that hook 3.5, I might stay away, but I like the first half and the full game with them covering this, especially if Louisiana Tech has their quarterback out for the game. I'm just looking up some quick notes to look into that real quick. Yeah, especially if he's out right now. Questionable, and they don't know. That means he has some kind of injury. I like Western Kentucky first half and -6 in this game. Hopefully it's at -3. I just like this offense, man. The leading offense in the country, 13. The quarterback right now, Austin Reeves, he has 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. They're averaging over 382 yards a game. In the air, 286 in the game. But here's what scares me: they are not able to run the ball, and their defense is just.
I don't think they try to run the ball.
They don't have to. When they do, they break it because everybody's respecting the game on the outside. But with the QB injury, everybody hear me out. With the QB injury, and he's questionable. If he doesn't play for shit show, we jumping all over this. If he doesn't, okay, he's a little banged up. Let's get in and get out first half, Western Kentucky. But I do like that full game, -6. You off that one, huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. This is Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And let's keep it going. Sports Gamer says plus 132 parlay. What he got on the parlay? West Kentucky on the money line. Yep.
Oh, I got you. If you parlay it, yep.
Man, bro, it's like
I got you. Parlay it with Middle Tennessee State.
It's like a bug going around at the school, man.
Yeah, because I think my son has been sick. That's why he didn't go to school yesterday. He had a fever and a sore
He ain't go to school? See, I didn't even
yesterday. He went to
yeah.
He didn't go yesterday.
Man, let me write this down. First half and -6. All right. And we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Let's keep this thing going. And we're gonna go to our Friday night game up in the Big 12. Nebraska. Quarterback change Nebraska taking on Illinois on a Friday night. This line did open up in favor of Illinois -3.5. Right now, that line's sitting at minus the threesies. Cornhuskers 2-3 on the year, while the Illinois, they are 2-3 on the year as well. Get to some of these actual factuals. For Nebraska, the unders hit 10 out of the last 14 games. They are 3-8 straight up in the last 11 games, 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against Illinois, 2-9 straight up in the last 11 games on the road, 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games when playing against a Big Ten conference opponent, and 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games against an opponent from the West Division. So they got that going for them. Illinois, the unders hit 10 out of the last 14 games for them. Oh, no, excuse me. They're 0-6 against the spread in the last 6 games. They unders hit 4 out of the last 6. They are 3-7 straight up in the last 10 games, but 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games at the crib. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games when playing against a Big Ten conference opponent. 6-2 straight up in the last 8 games when playing against an opponent from the West Division. And the unders hit 6 out of the last 9 games when playing on a Friday. Injury reports right now for Nebraska. Luke Reimer, he is out for this game. They already out. They already have the tight end Gilbert out. Wide receiver Garcia Castaneda, he's out. Running back Irvin Jr. I mean, they're dealing with a couple of injuries. Lionheart, the defensive lineman, he's questionable for this game. Illinois running back Reggie Love III, he's questionable, and DB Demetrius here, he's questionable for this game. Last time we seen Nebraska, they lost 45-7 against Michigan, and the last time we seen Illinois, they lost 44-19. So, Illinois, Nebraska, Big Ten action. Marley, by any chance, do you have a play on this game?
I do not, because you didn't tell me.
Well, do you have any insight on this game? This is
another
game. This is another game come Friday. Okay, around 2:00, you're gonna be texting. I like them.
I kind of like Illinois, but I ain't looked into nothing, so I don't know. I'm just basing off the eye test. So I can't give the people nothing because you ain't inform me on what's going on about the show, big dog.
I got you. Well, you know what? You're going to have a lot of talking to do because we're about to get on these Saturday games. But if I were to have a lean on this one, which I'm probably going to bet on this one, I don't trust Nebraska. I don't trust Matt Rule. I don't trust the quarterback that they have right now. That's actually their lead rusher for Nebraska. I like Illinois at the home, Big Ten football on a Friday night. I like them on the money line if I were to make a lean. But I don't have an official play. But like I told Marley, come Friday, I'm going to need some kind of something to bet on while I'm coaching on Friday nights under the Friday night lights. So I'm probably going to take Illinois on the money line. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. Marley, before we jump in these games, what's up? How you feel about this baseball right now?
I'm assuming you're talking about these Twins because we know the Rangers.
Baseball in general.
Oh,
yes, sir. Sports Gambler Illinois definitely has the better defense.
How do I feel about baseball? I'm waiting on the Astros.
You waiting on the Stros? Will they be here? When will they be here? They'll be playing on Saturday. Yeah.
But I'm on the Twins. It took them live in the first inning. So
Stormy on the Twins too.
On the
money
Twins,
line.
We going to the goddamn Phillies. after that. And I don't know what to make of. Yep, goddamn right, Storm. We on them Phillies after that. I don't know what to make of that Diamondback Brewers. You got Peralta on the mound today, though. But then you got Zach Gallen on the mound for the D-backs. D-backs Brewers. So I don't know about that one yet. I don't know about that Braves shit. I mean, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? They hard, though. I can't say nothing about the Braves. Pause.
Braves want me a lot of money this year.
They have. They want me a lot
Braves
of money.
want me a lot.
But I'm still rocking with them Stros, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's just what it is.
For sure. Well, right now, I think the Rangers are advancing 7-1. That's easy money. Glad I jumped on
we
that.
gonna have to play, huh? The Rangers.
We will play the higher seed out of everybody who advances from that round.
The lower seed, huh? We won our shit.
Nah, we are Orioles clinched.
Orioles, yeah. Right.
Yeah, the Orioles. I don't know, man. Them young bucks out there in Arizona, they playing their ass off, man. I'm just gonna go with Phillies, man. I like the Phillies to close out. I like that atmosphere in
that's
Philly.
Fans too, that atmosphere.
Yeah, for real. And that's why not Miami, excuse me. That's why Tampa Bay. I mean, no crowd community support really like that. But anywho, man, let's get to the Red River Shootout. We still call it the Red River Shootout. I don't know. We go through this every year.
I think they call it Showdown now.
The Red River Showdown. Man, we call it the Red River Shootout, man. But we gonna stay true to that because everybody trying to go PC and all that shit. Anywho, Oklahoma Sooners. All right. 5-0. Going up against the Longhorns. 5-0.
Hold on. With your boy ahead.
Venables.
Your boy.
Coach Venables. A lot of people say this Texas Longhorns team is a playoff team. They both undefeated. The line did open up in favor of Texas -3.5, and a lot of money's came on them. They're now sitting at 6.5, or the odd makers just kind of figured out, yo, man, we got these line wrongs. Let's get to these extra factuals for OU. 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 games. The overs hit 5 out of the last 7. They are 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games, but 3-8 against the spread in the last 11 games against Texas. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against Texas, but 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games against a Big 12 conference opponent. 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games in the month of October, but 2-8 against the spread in the last 10 games played on week 6. Get these extra factors for the Longhorns. The unders hit 5 out of the last 6 games. They are 5-0 straight up. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games against a Big 12 conference opponent. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5 games in the month of October. 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games on a Saturday. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games when playing as a favorite. But yeah. I'm not gonna say that one because that one doesn't apply. That's long-term shit. Injury reports right now for OU. DJ Graham, cornerback, he is out. Defensive back Jaden Rowe, he is out. And linebacker Presidio, he's out as well. I said that name wrong. As far as Texas, oh man, Jatavian Sanders, the highly recruited kid up out of the DFW area, Allen High School, he is questionable for this game. Offensive lineman Cole Hudson, he's questionable as well. And Christopher Ross, defensive lineman, is questionable. Last time we seen OU, they won 50-20 against Iowa State. And last time we seen Texas, they won 40-14 against Kansas. So with that being said, Red River Shootout. Marley, I've been talking a long time, so now it's finally time to hear you educate the people and acknowledge the people of their needing to make some money because it's a lot of games to get to the bag this weekend. So with all that being said, take it away, my brother.
I'm not gonna lie, when we talked earlier in the week and we was picking the games, I was like, I'm going with them Texas boys for sure.
Yeah.
-6.5. Well, that was before I actually broke everything down. And I mean, what we're really talking about is Oklahoma ain't played nobody. We don't fucking know, right? That's really what it boils down to. Because the numbers are fantastic, obviously, but again, they ain't played nobody, so all the numbers real. Your boy Dylan Gabriel shining out there. 15
He's
touchdowns,
shining
20
right now.
receptions, 89.4 QBR. That's good for fourth. 67.5 completion percentage against the conference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
But
shining
is
right
it
now.
real? I don't know if it's real, and that's the problem. At least when I look at Texas, if anybody they went up against Bama, even if you want to say Baylor ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't really did nothing, but they still played Bama and came out. And then I go look at Quentin Ewers' numbers. Shit, 10 touchdowns to 1 interception with 82.9 percentage. And his defenses, I'm pretty sure, is better than Oklahoma's defense. Even if the offenses are the same. I don't think Oklahoma can match them up front. This is a rivalry game, though. Let's keep that in mind. I like the over 60.5. I don't think Oklahoma will be able to stop Texas up front, but I think Oklahoma can give Texas a little bit more fight than Alabama can. If Dylan Gabriel can get the ball out, I expect them to score. It could be a shootout, but we're talking about the spread. Still riding with them Texas boys, dog. Like you said, this is a playoff caliber team. This score last year was 49-0, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Oklahoma has gotten that much better. Better, yes, but Texas has also gotten better. There'll be extra emphasis. I think it's close early. I think Texas pulls away late. Give me the 6.5. Give me the over.
All right. Marley likes the 6.5. I'm right there with you. I don't like fucking with the totals unless it's a live bet situation. Yeah. But I'm right there with you, man. I like them Longhorns. I like them to get amped up. I like them to take care of business. I don't think they're going to be distracted. I think this is just another game for them as of right now, especially what they did.
This is a big game. I think they're going to be on
just
point.
The media, you know how it is. Young kids, the media is giving them all attention. Hey, man, they're looking, like I said, there's been a lot of talks. They are playoff teams. So, kind of overlooking them and stuff like that. I mean, they're kids.
Yes, I think with it being the Red River Shootout, they don't overlook them.
Right. So,
but
I think they're gonna be juiced up. I don't think Sarkisian's gonna let his foot off the gas.
He shouldn't.
And I think they just gonna put on a show. I think this is another statement game for Texas. They can be their own worst enemy right now. That's the situation that they're in. If they don't want to make it to the championship, it's because of their own self-destruction. But I think they take care of business this game. Easy money, minus the 6.5. Give me Texas to take care of business in the shootout, baby. We holding it down. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. This is Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. We got Talk Sports. What's going down? Talk Sports is in the house. We got my boy Nasty Nate. Nasty Nate, man, you might need to send your child down here to Texas to play some Texas football, man.
Oh, I know that boy Nate wild up about Boston right now.
Oh, yeah. Celtics going to put in work this year. Yeah. I like that move. I like that holiday move, man.
Too. I love that.
I like it. Move. They just got to get some more depth, though, behind everything up front. You know what I'm saying? And let's see, JT, he likes Louisiana Tech first half. He likes the OU first half under 29. And you like Jacksonville State with the 3.5? It's at 3.5 now? I don't know. I'm just taking the money line to get in and get out. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Let's get to our next game, and we going to stay in the state of Texas. This is a big one. I was watching the beef with Nick Saban. I was watching beef.
Man, I got tickets to this game at face value, dog. I ain't tell you, but I ain't gonna be able to go.
You got tickets?
I gotta. So you don't know Mark Jackson, but Mark Jackson out of Madison, right? One of the first people out of Madison to go D1. He played for Alabama and Bear Bryant, so he alumni. He hit me up with a text like, man, I got 2 face value tickets for the Alabama A&M game, and you can come tailgate with us. I'm just like, man, I ain't gonna be able to make it.
What's up, dog? You don't want to make the trip?
I ain't gonna be able to make it. First of all, I have a game. Second of all, my birthday tomorrow, so that's my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna be.
That's even. Birthday. You got a game. The game's at 3:30. How far you think College
And
Station?
it's about an hour and a half.
Man, your game will be over about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at the latest.
Okay, now over until 11. Yeah, 10:30. Come home. Nah,
Yeah, nigga, the first game started at 11. You tripping, Marley. Anywho, man, let's get you tripping, dog. Let's get dog for your B-Day.
yeah,
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We got Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide sitting at 4-1. Texas A&M sitting at 4-1 as well. This line opened up -10 in favor of Bama, now sitting at -1.5 since they had their the QB controversy or whatever they call whatever y'all calling that down there. SBO, which that's a whole nother subject. I don't like how y'all doing, my boy Milrow from fresh out of the H. I don't like how y'all doing.
He's starting right though.
Yeah, but they pulled him and they lost. They pulled him for no reason. Anywho, Alabama sitting at 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games. The overseer 5 out of the last 7. They are 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games. 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games against A&M. 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games against A&M. 13-3 straight up in the last 16 games on the road. 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games against the SEC conference opponent. 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 games played in the month of September. But 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games played on the week 6. A&M 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games. The overset 5 out of the last 7. They are 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games. Excuse me. I'm reading my notes from my phone, so I was reading the wrong stuff. That was Bama stuff. Here are the extra facts for A&M. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games. The overset 4 out of the last 6. They're 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games at the crib. The overs also hit 4 out of the last 5 games when playing at the crib against Bama. 4-1-1 against spread in the last 6 games against an opponent from the West Division. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games in the month of October, but 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing in week 6. Alabama right now, Emmanuel Henderson, the running back, he's out indefinitely. For A&M, quarterback Connor Wakeman, he's out for the season. You know, they already got the kid's name, but he started. Defensive back Jordan Gilbert, he's out. Tight end Donovan Green's out. And wide receiver Mika Teese, he's out. Last time we seen Bama 14-17 against Mississippi State. Premium play, that shit was easy money. And the last time we seen A&M, they took care of business 34-22 in Jerry's World against Arkansas. So with all that being said, Marley, Bama versus A&M, what's your play?
Roll Tide. This way, you know what I'm saying. Hey, I looked up Milroy's numbers. He's actually if you go by the numbers, he's not playing that bad. He's not really playing bad at all. He got 6 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. His QBR is good for 18th. That's 80.3. His completion percentage is 63.8. So he getting you 6 out of 10 passes. He completing them all. I don't, and he's only a fucking sophomore. So he's not doing that bad. They could have been a lot worse.
And he coming home, and he about to have his family come out. It's an hour and a half away. What?
Yeah. And then we only getting a minus 1.5, 2.5. So we're gonna money line that boy.
You know the rule.
The rule. We're gonna money line. I actually think we're gonna I don't want to say coast to a victory. Don't get me wrong. Connor Weekman, the quarterback for Texas A&M, he's actually been playing pretty good too. 8 touchdowns.
He's out. He's done.
Oh.
Yeah, you ain't just hear me say that. You ain't hear me just say that.
I didn't, because while you were doing that, I was looking up their team ranked defenses just to double check on what I was saying.
I got you.
But that's what I was going to go to next. But even worse. Why is the line like that then? That's what's throwing me.
Because because Bama isn't looking like Bama.
Well, they didn't look too bad last week.
Oh, he's in concussion protocol, man. They made it seem like he was benched. But Connor Wakeman, he's out.
He got benched the second game though, but I thought he played last week.
Yeah, he played last week. We're talking about early in the season.
Yeah, second game he got benched though, right? I thought he got benched second game.
Well, that's why SBO is Alabama fan. He's saying he was in concussion protocol. Why they didn't come out and say that in the beginning, I don't know, but they let that narrative go. Keep going.
Nah, that boy got benched at SBR. They were saying benched for sure. After that loss to, what was it? After the loss to Texas, or before the loss to Texas?
It was after the loss against Texas.
After the loss to Texas, right? Yeah. But nonetheless, he's not playing bad football. Like I said, 63.8 completion percentage, 80.3 QBR. That's good for 18. I like Roll Tide right here. Nothing against A&M, but man, I just feel like every year it's always, what up, James? Every year it's always, all right, SBR, I got you benched. Okay. All right. I just distinctly remember, maybe I'm tripping. I could be wrong.
Your mute's Mike. Your mic is mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad. My shit got unplugged real quick. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I feel like every year, bro, it'd be like, this is Texas A&M's year to take the step, and then they never take that step. And I don't think this is that year neither. So I like Bama here, money line.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm on Alabama money line. I think it's going to be tough in a little bit. I think they win the first half, and I think they win the full game, and I think they cover the spread. But man, we getting low hanging fruit. What it looks like. You know, they A&M got a new quarterback going in. He got some reps in last week. I want to say his name is Mitchell. But you know, they don't have Wakeman. And Saban want to win this game, and Saban knows, hey, this is a game we can get caught slipping up in this environment, and he knows the guy on the other side of the 50 don't like me at all, so he want to win just as bad. But I think A&M takes care of business on the road, and A&M might send a message out letting everybody know, hey, man, don't sleep on us. We had a little in-house stuff going on, but don't sleep with us. Don't not sleep with us, but don't sleep on us, man. That's my official play. Me and Marley, we both like that money line 3 and below. Let's just take the money line, sit back,
Johnson
sip
is
some
the
yak,
quarterback,
and watch. Okay, Max Johnson, the
yeah,
transfer
Max
from
Johnson.
LSU. Yeah. He had all that hype, and he didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? But
Not
let's
looking
keep
bad
it going,
right
man.
now, though.
Say
According
what?
to the numbers. Numbers look not too bad for 2 games. 71.1 QBR. I'm still
Okay, I
on
see
that.
what this is. Well, man,
You're
let's
not ready
keep it
for
going. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Be sure to hit the like, whatever platform you're watching on, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you got, man. Just either subscribe, man, and show us love. Let's keep this thing going, and we're gonna talk about Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman and them going against Louisville. Let me get to my notes, and we can begin this one. Where my notes at? All right, we got Fighting Irish 5-1 got out of another close game against Duke. 5-1 on the year, taking on the Louisville Cardinals, who are 5-0, undefeated. This line did open up in favor of Notre Dame minus 6.5. Right now, that line's at 6. Actual factors right now for Notre Dame, they're 5-1-1 against the spread. They oversee 10 out of the last 13 games. They're 6-1 straight up last 7 games against the spread. They're 8-1 the last 9 games on the road. 10-0 against the spread in the last 10 games against the Atlantic Coast Conference team. They are 17-3 straight up in the last 20 games and 5-0 straight up in the last 6 games when played on week 6. Louisville's actual factors, they undersee 7 on the last 10 games. They're 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games, 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 games at the crib, 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games against an independent conference opponent. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games in the month of October, and 6-14 straight up in the last 20 games when playing as an underdog. Injury reports right now for Notre Dame. Matt Salerno, wide receiver, he's out. Kevin Ballman, tight end, he's out. Wide receiver Greathouse is questionable for this game. Louisville, only MJ Griffin is out with the undisclosed situation. Like I said, last time we seen Notre Dame, they snuck out 21-14 against Duke. And last time we seen Louisville, they snuck out of NC State 13-10. They did not cover the spread because that was one of the games I jumped on last Friday. But with all that being said, Notre Dame, Louisville, Marley, do you have a play for this one?
I do, and you know, I'm riding with our boy. You know, I'm riding with Freeman. You know, you and I are big fans of Freeman. The way that man designs defenses is something to be praised about. So, I like Notre Dame here. I think it's a different level of competition. Even though, Notre Dame might not be a playoff team, I think they're just a notch probably below that. And Louisville isn't that notch to me. Just Jake Plummer throws too many interceptions for me. Or is it Jack? I said Jake, but it's Jack. My bad. Jack Plummer, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 65.2 QBR. He's throwing for over 1,400 yards because they slinging the ball all over the goddamn field. But I'm just not the biggest fan. I don't know if maybe I bet on him this year and didn't cover or something, but I just don't really be feeling it. But 63.9% completion percentage. But me, Sam Hartman was my guy when he was at Wake. Wake Forest, right? Right.
Yep.
Wake Forest, 14 touchdowns, bro. 0 interceptions, 82.4 QBR. And let me get you his completion percentage right now. Notre Dame, it is 66.2 on the completion percentage. So I like the fightish Irish. I know they've been in some dog fights here lately, but it was actually against two pretty good teams. So could be a bad environment though, but it's not Friday night with Louisville. That's Friday night Louisville. Saturday night might be a little bit different, but Louisville is a tough place to play. But I still like Notre Dame.
Yeah. The thing, Notre Dame minus the 6 full game.
Yes, sir.
All right. Man, are they tired? They've been on the road. They've been playing some good game, good competition. Louisville, I saw Louisville what they had to do, but this is another game that teams mark on their calendar. Oh, we got Notre Dame coming.
It is.
Oh, this is a night game. Oh yeah, we about to turn up. Not a night game, excuse me. A prime game.
It is a night game.
It is a night game.
It's a night game.
Yeah, it's a night game. Let's turn up. They might go blackout, or they might go red out. They might turn up.
It's gonna be jumping.
But the key thing, you got a couple of key things from Notre Dame. You got better athletes recruited. You got a hellified head coach who's a hellified defense coordinator, and you got a quarterback who has faced this school before. So he kind of knows some of the tendencies, though they had a new coach over the last couple of years. If I were to make a play on this one, I would lean Notre Dame. But me personally, I think their legs are getting just a little tired week in and week out. And then going on this road, everybody's going to treat this getting Notre Dame like it's their Super Bowl. And Louisville, there's just a lot of uncertainties. Like, I'm with you, Plummer does throw a lot of picks, but man, that's another environment that is kind of rough to go in prime time and play against. So I'm gonna stay off on this one. I don't have official play. I will be kind of watching it from afar to see if I want to jump on some live bets for second half. But yeah, so look, he said Louisville's worse than the team than Duke. Yeah, Notre Dame's gonna watch them by 14 at least. Yeah, I hope so.
That's what I see.
I hope so. So I'm gonna pass on that one. But if I lean on Notre Dame for sure. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Be sure to hit the likes. I got a Jacksonville telephone number calling me. I'm not gonna answer it right now. Maybe that's a sign. Take Jacksonville tonight. I don't know. Somebody calling, hey, man, you need to take Jacksonville instead of that Middle Tennessee State. Anywho, hit the likes, people. We appreciate you tuning in. Talk that shit. Hit the comments. Hit the subscribe button. Plummer makes Daniel Jones look like paid, man. I still think Daniel Jones was a very overrated pick, but that's for another story. All right, man, let's stay in the South. Let's stay in the conference. We got two undefeated SEC teams getting ready to take the floor. We got the Wildcats, Kentucky Wildcats, who took care of business last week. They're sitting at 5-0 right now on the year. We got the Georgia Bulldogs, who are also sitting at 5-0. This line did originally open up minus 24. Right now, that line's sitting at 14.5, still in favor of the Georgia Bulldogs. I'll get to some of these actual factors for Kentucky. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The unders hit 15 out of the last 19 games. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games against Georgia. They are 0-10 straight up in the last 10 games against Georgia. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road. 0-6 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on the road in Athens. And 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games in the month of October. Let's get to these actual factuals for the Bulldogs. They 0-4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games, 10-0 straight up in the last 10 games. Their overs also hit 6 out of the last 9 games for the Bulldogs. 20-0 in the last 20 games at the crib, 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games at the crib against Kentucky, 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 games when played in the month in week 6. But 0-5-1 against spread in the last 6 games played on a Saturday. Injury reports right now for Kentucky. Offensive lineman Horsey, he is questionable. I mean, he's out. What you laughing at, bro?
I just reread Daniel Scott's statement. Nigga make Daniel Jones. You see how bad Daniel Jones looked?
Wow. Georgia got a lot of injuries dealing with right now. Kendall Milton, running back, questionable. Tyrone Ingram Dawkins, defensive line, he's out. Jackson Meeks, wide receiver, he's out. Amarius Mims, offensive lineman, he's out. Running back Branson Robinson, he's out. Lawson Lucky, he's out. Roderick Robinson, running back, he's questionable for this game. Tight end Pierce Spunlin is questionable as well. The great thing about goddamn Georgia at this moment is Kirby Smart has had some great recruiting class in the last 5-6 years.
Next 5-star guy up.
But damn, that running back looking kind of thin. Last time we seen Kentucky 33-14, and they covered the spread easily against Florida. And last time we seen Georgia, they traveled into Auburn and won 27-20. They did not cover the spread. I saw that game and I kind of was like, oh yeah, Auburn's going to cover this. So with all that being said, Marley, your favorite conference, what's the play?
Man, shout out Stafford Cobras, dog. One of our kids plays for Georgia, Dylan Bell. So,
and you know, Dylan Bell, he went to Kincaid.
Yeah, he was at a private school, exactly. But you know, he a former Cobra. You know, out there in Georgia.
He need to change his fucking number, man. He need to give him a single digit or something.
I forgot what number he is right now.
He had there playing running back with like number 86 or something. I'm like, bro, you didn't even wear that.
Because he really received. Because I think they got him at receiver though.
But he's
like running back.
He's been running the ball out of the backfield. Like I've seen him.
He played running back for us. So yeah.
And he was the running back at Kincaid. So I don't know. But anywho, what you got, Marley?
Yeah, man. So look, this is the deal for me. That 24 that they missed at the opening line, like you can't turn around and take 14.
that might have been like that. They might have had that like, I don't know, maybe beginning of the year. I don't know, bro. Go ahead though.
I can't take. So the thing for me is this: I can't take Georgia minus the 14, honestly, and a half, because I just think it's too many points. Not too many points. Like I think Vegas is like right on the number. It's somewhere around there, and I don't know where to go. So I'm actually off this one. But what I'll say is this: the things Kentucky do well, like Kentucky is almost the things Kentucky do well, Georgia does better. It's not like the opposite. Like Kentucky is good at running the ball. It's almost like Kentucky trying to be mini Georgia. And so how can mini big Georgia? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know if they can cover it. And you brought in O'Leary to kind of help the passing attack, but he ain't really doing yet what they brought him in to do. I mean, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. QBR is at 47.5. Like, he less than 50% of his passing. Everybody talking about Milroy. He is playing worse than Milroy right now. So, like, what is he going to do against this Georgia defense? And the Bulldog, I almost talked myself into Georgia minus 14. And they're at home. You know what, Coach? I do have a play on this. Georgia first half. Probably get me. Let
me look at these first half lines.
I might get me an 8. Georgia at the crib. Is this a night game? This is a 6:00 game. So it's an afternoon game. The kids might be drunk already. They're gonna be going crazy.
What said the kids?
You know, they 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they already loaded. They going in loaded. It ain't an early game. It's a late game. You got tailgates, fraternity parties. Keg stands, a couple keg stands going on.
Man, they changed their website. Hold on, bro. Let me see. Okay, I see what I have to do. All right, give me a sec, man. Let me find this first half.
Probably gonna be about an 8, 7.5 or 8. I know I ain't gonna get no 7. I'm
Who
just
we talking
thinking
about?
of Leary not gonna
All
be
right,
able
here we
to
go. So
handle.
first half right now, 7.5.
Oh, I'll take it.
You gonna take the 7.5?
I will.
All right, Marley likes UGA minus 7.5 on the first half. I'm going for a game. All right. Why? That's just way too many points in the SEC right now.
You going full
Especially
game Kentucky?
yes.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, I can see that. That's why I said
I'm going I'm going
I just
14
don't
and a
know
half.
because they're like mini Georgia. It's like they not if they was like spreading that fucking ball
Georgia's
around.
still trying to get it. They're in an identity crisis right now. They
Yeah,
want to pass the ball. They know who they want to pass the ball to, but they're trying to spread it out. They can't really run the ball effectively like they have in the past. Now the thing is, is Kentucky gonna be able to run the ball like they've been doing all year? I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. But SEC game, I like 14 and a half. Keep it competitive, Kentucky. I'm riding with them points. All
I
right.
see that.
14 and a half. You're playing good football. Again, you're going to go in this environment and you're like, man, we're not laying down. We're trying to win. They believe they can win. This is another thing. Everybody's going to treat Georgia and certain teams
Yeah, it's that
like
Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And that's the situation we're dealing with right
We're
now.
gonna see if that number 10 ranked defense that Kentucky has can stand up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they not running the ball well right now. And I'm talking about
Georgia.
Georgia. They not running the
So
ball
they're
well.
ranked 62nd. I mean, they're not running it like Georgia runs it, but they rank 62nd.
But we've been accustomed to Georgia running that
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, I think they can cover the 14. That's why I just take the first half at home. Give me the crowd. Give me the momentum.
That
Give me a
total
little.
looking kind of. That total looking
See,
kind
I
of.
don't know, man. 48. Because I'm thinking, I don't know if Kentucky gonna be able to move the ball.
Right.
Running
All right,
the
man.
ball.
Well, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That is Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, man, and we're coming up on our hour mark, man. We got 3 more games, and we're gonna kind of run through these next 3. Yeah. We about to run through our next 3 real quick, so you can catch the breakdown of these videos. And we're gonna go to Big 12 country. We got UCF 3-2, the new members of the Big 12 taking on the Kansas Jayhawks 4-1. They kind of rickrolled everybody. A lot of upset gamblers right now because everybody thought Kansas quarterback was playing, and then come kickoff, he was not. This line did open up in favor of Kansas minus 4.5. Right now, that line's sitting at -2. Couple of quick actual factuals. Central Florida's 2-7 against spread in last 9 games. They're 13-7 straight up last 20 games, but 1-6 straight up in last 7 games on the road against a Big 12 conference opponent. 5-1 against spread in last 6 games played in the month of October. 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games playing in week 6. Kentucky 2-7 against spread last 9 games, 4-1 straight up last 5 games, 7-2 straight up last 9 games at the crib, but 1-11 straight up in last 12 games in the month of October. 1-5 against spread last 6 games played on a Saturday, but 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games when playing as a favorite. Injury reports right now for UCF. Plumlee, he's questionable. Well, he is out indefinitely. And Ricky Barber, defensive line, he's out. Quarterback Jalen Daniels, he missed last game. He's questionable. We don't know what the deal is. So they're going with the backup once again, the very shifty, athletic kid who is a scrambler. Last time we seen UCF, they lost to Baylor 36-35 in a game that they were up. In fact, they were up against them and Kansas State, and they just didn't have enough to hold on. Last time we seen Kentucky, they took on Florida. They took on Texas. They lost 40-14, but before that, they won 38-27 as a 9-point favorite and covered the spread against BYU. So, UCF, Kansas, Marley, rapid fire. What you got in this one? I mean, if you got some very important information.
I mean, it's kind of dependent on if Daniels plays. If we get the starter, I like Kansas. If he's not playing, I'm off this game.
All right. I'm right there with you. And I'm just going to put an asterisk by this, and that lets everybody know if the quarterback plays, we taking Kansas on the money line, right? Or are you gonna take the
Facts.
points and try to be
Come on,
cute?
you know the rule.
So we're taking Kansas on the money line. If the quarterback plays, people. If the quarterback plays. Excuse me, man. Let me get this. All right. Next game. You know we got to cover Prime. You know it. For several reasons. All right. Prime making people some money right now.
Yeah.
All right. And this is a game that I'm trying to tell folks. Oh, yeah, full. Oh, I got full. I was like, I don't know. And I'm gonna tell you why. Colorado Buffaloes 3-2 on the year, taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils 1-4 on the year. The line opened up at -4. Right now, it's sitting at -3.5. So we actually got to change this. Colorado actual factuals 5-12 against the spread in the last 17 games. They overset 12 out of last. A lot of their actual factuals don't really matter. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games against Arizona State. 3-10 straight up in the last 13 games against Arizona State. 1-12 straight up in the last 13 games on the road. It's a lot of stuff that Prime and majority, 92% of this team did not deal with. So let's get to Arizona State's extra factors. 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games. 1-8 straight up in the last 9 games. 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games at the crib. 6-0 against the spread in the last 7 games at the crib against Colorado. But 0-6 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent from the Pac-12. And they are 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games in month 6 and played on week 6. Injury reports right now for Colorado. Shiloh Sanders, he's questionable. Tight end Luis Parcello, he's out indefinitely. Defensive back Bree Love, he's questionable for this game. Travis Hunter, he's out indefinitely with a liver injury. And Carter Stoudemire, cornerback, he's questionable for Colorado. Arizona State, linebacker Travion Brown, he is out for this game. Running back DeCarlos Brooks, he's questionable for this game as well. Linebacker Clayton Smith is questionable. Running back George Hart III is questionable for this game also. They got a lot of injuries like Jaden Rashad, quarterback, out. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, he's out indefinitely. Emmett Bull, offensive line, he's out. They've been dealing. They're down 2 quarterbacks right now. Drew Pine, he's out as well. Last time we seen Colorado, they lost 48-41 against USC, covering the spread for both of us. And last time we seen Cal, they lost 24-21. Arizona State lost 24-21 against Cal. So Coach Prime and the Buffs going down to the Sun Valley, going down to Arizona, taking on Arizona State. Marley, what's your bet on this one?
Come on, man. We on Prime.
It's gonna be a little Prime. It's 4:30. It's gonna be 4:30 out there.
I'm on Prime, man. I'm rocking with Prime. We on Prime. Too many injuries on the Arizona State side, but it's pretty much a classic offense against defense. Arizona got a pretty decent defense. And this is gonna be pretty much, can they cover Colorado's receivers? Colorado got a 13th rank passing when it comes to passing on offense, and Arizona is currently ranked 70th. So, I'm rocking with Shooter and the guys. I think they got enough on the outsides. They lose to teams that are like big up front, you know what I'm saying, where they can pound them offense and defensively. So when it comes to a skill matchup, they can kind of hang with the best of the best teams. So I'll take Arizona, Colorado real quick, not to get too much into it.
I got you. I'm right there with you. I like Colorado -4. I got to take full games with these Buffs, man. Last time I took a first half bet when they played against Nebraska. We barely got out of it. They seem to play a whole lot better in the second half of the game. My only concern is, will they be able to stop the run? Now, Arizona State was having 8-way running the ball on USC. Now, did we see if USC's defense is not that good? Yeah, we probably saw a glimpse of that, but Colorado can't run that ball like that. They weren't able to run that ball like that against USC. So, but I still like the Cardinals. I'm right there with James. The extra factuals, they suck. So I'm right there with you, man. The boy Sports Game got some parlays out the ass. Alabama, Colorado, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Ole Miss +472, man. But yeah, they're not going to go too long on this. I like Colorado. I like them to take care of business. They just got to come out and do it, because it's going to be another game. People are circling it. and they got a rowdy fan base too. Arizona State, Party City in
Party
the college
City,
world. Party City.
They
So
be
they're gonna be juicing early,
Yeah.
getting ready for the Coach Prime. Something's
Early.
gonna be on the media about their fan base and what they did to Coach Prime. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. That is Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. Just a real quick recap from last week. I went 3-1 on my picks, and Marley Bets went 4-2 on his picks. This is the last game we're gonna break down before we give our little sleeper picks. If Marley has some, I got 2 sleepers right now that I'm gonna briefly talk about. But we got Cam Ward and Washington State taking on Chip Kelly and the UCLA Bruins. This game is going down. Let me pull up my notes at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. So it's an early game for everybody on the West Coast. The Cougars are 4-0 and the Bruins are 3-1. The line did open up in favor of UCLA -2.5. Right now, that line sitting at -3.5. Actual factors for Wazoo: 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games. They undersit 12 in the last 18. They are 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. 11-4 against the spread in the last 15 games against UCLA, but 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games when playing against UCLA. They are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 games on the road. 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games when playing on the road against UCLA. And they're 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games played in the month of October. UCLA's actual factors: 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games. They oversee 10 out of the last 15. They are 15-5 straight up in the last 20 games. 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games at the crib. 1-6 against the spread in the last 7 games when playing at the crib against Washington State. 1-4 against spread in the last 5 games when playing against a Pac-12 conference opponent, but 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against the North Division of the Pac-12. Injury reports right now for Wazoo: Lincoln Victor, wide receivers, out indefinitely, and Rashad McKenzie, he's out, defensive tackle. UCLA, they don't know if Titus Miyako Atamalala, I know I said that wrong. Obviously, he's Samoan. He's questionable for this game. Last time we seen Wazoo, they took care of business against Oregon State 38-35, and that was one of my underdog picks. UCLA lost 14-7 on the 23rd of September against Utah. So, with all that being said, Marley, do you ever play for this game? I think you do, because this is the first game that popped out to you when you look at us. You're like, man, I like this game. So go ahead. What you got?
Hey,
what you got?
Money line me, please. Please money line me. Hey, where's Cameron Ward from, Coach? Y'all don't know. That's Texas. Hey, and my man is 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 86.4 QBR. That's good for 8th in the conference, and his completion percentage is at 64.8. I think that's just for his career. For this season, my man is at 74.6. The man is almost completing 75% of his passes. Not to mention, he is a dual threat quarterback. And right now,
but he likes to stay in the pocket.
But he likes to stay in the pocket. He only runs as a last resort. And right now, as of this point, ain't nobody been able to stop him. You know what I'm saying? They got the number 6 ranked offense in total offense, number 3 offense in total yards, and number 15 in time on the field. Now, you know, defensively, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. They're actually good at stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? They're not the best at stopping the pass. But what UCLA does best, surprisingly, is they run the ball. They're number 3 in rushing. But the quarterback for UCLA, Dante Moore, my man, even though he's thrown 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but his QBR is 49.5, and his completion percentage is like 54.7 or something like that. So I'm sorry I was a little long-winded, but man,
you good. Like I said, man, this was the one game when I was like, you felt confident about this. You like,
I know it's on the road, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can be safe if the fans want to be safe, you know what I'm saying, or the public or whoever listening to this want to be safe and take the 3.5. I'm not mad at you, but I think they can go on that road in Washington State. I think they got the wrong team favorite, honestly, because UCLA ain't played nobody. and
So
they just
Utah,
lost to
fairly
Utah.
cool.
Right, and then they beat
Backup
Oregon State,
quarterback.
although that was at home, and they beat Wisconsin. I think that was at home too. So, but I think the show can go on the road. So I like Washington State.
Yeah, man. Cameron Ward, year 2 in the program. And he brought some of his guys from Incarnate Ward up north with him, northwest with him. I like Wazoo with the 3.5. Give me that hook. I'm still gonna sprinkle some on that. Depending on how, and this is an afternoon game. This might be.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
got to look at
jumping, but I mean UCLA. I jump into UCLA.
No. I like the Wazoo. I did that off. I love the way Cam Ward is playing. They're underrated. They're knowing their role. They're not being big headed. They're not getting any publicity. And he's just another elite quarterback that's in that conference right now.
Yeah.
And as of right now, they are them and Oregon State, the last 2 teams of the Pac-12. So, I like the official Pac-12 team, Washington State, with the 3.5 to take care of business and put on a show. And this is an afternoon game, man, and I'm gonna jump all over it, man. So because we talking in the afternoon, I mean, how many UCLA people? I have students that I coach that go there and they don't even go to the games. Hell, they be down here damn near every other weekend. So I'm right there with you. I like Wazoo, but I'm gonna take them with the points just to be safe because we got a lot of games and we got a lot of money that can be made. So hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Do us a favor, please hit that like, subscribe, comment, share. We always post in our comments, man. This is show number 2. We are back. If you still want to jump down with our VIP plays, that's the ones we've been provided since the football season started for both NFL and college football. Please holler at your boys. Friday, Marley's doing the NFL show with DJ Plus, our boy from America's Hat up north in Canada. Be sure to check that show out at 5. Get to these recaps. I like Middle Tennessee State money line tonight. Tomorrow, I like Western Kentucky first half and -6 for the full game. I like Texas -6.5 in the Red River Shootout. I like Alabama money line against A&M. I like Kentucky +14.5 against UGA. I like Kansas on the money line if Jaden Daniels plays. That's what those asterisks mean. If he does not play, stay away, people. Even though I do think they will win, stay away. All right. We're going to take Coach Prime -4 in Arizona. And we like Wazoo in LA plus the 3.5. Marley bets. He likes the Red River Shootout over 60.5, and he likes Texas for the full game -6.5. He likes Alabama money line. He likes Notre Dame -6. He likes UGA -7.5 for the first half. Same situation. If Jaden Williams ain't playing, we off this. If he plays, we like Kansas on the money line. Easy money. If he plays, that's going to be the easiest money of the day, folks. Colorado, Coach Prime -4. And he likes Wazoo on the money line, me, please. Straight up.
Yes. Oh.
So those are our plays. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Sports Gambler. Georgia.
Gambler got them plays.
I like that one. That's a money line, or is that
a parlay?
Spread
That's a parlay.
I know, but
I don't know what the line for Ole Miss. I don't even know who Ole Miss plays, man. Enlighten us real quick.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that Ole Miss game either. Is that who LSU playing? Is LSU playing Ole Miss?
Nah, they played last week. All right, sleeper bets. Marley, you got any sleepers for this weekend?
Sleepers are like underdogs, right? That we think possibly could win or we think will win.
Just a low-key sleeper bet that ain't nobody looking at, that ain't getting a lot of attention or whatever.
I kind of like Marshall to go into NC State. So I took it as like underdogs that kind of like got a chance to win is what I took. Or got a chance that can win or cover. So that's how I took it. I kind of like Marshall and NC State. And I think Maryland might can cover Ohio State.
Maryland?
Yeah, Tua.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised we ain't picked that game to cover. But sports gambling like Baylor on the sleeper bet.
I like that money line parlay.
Here goes my sleeper bets. I like these are my sleeper bets, Marley.
I'm listening.
No, you gotta look.
Oh,
you gotta look, my boy.
Ooh, man.
Maryland.
Yeah.
I like Maryland plus the 14.5 in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I like Virginia Tech plus 24 against my Seminoles. Now, I know my Seminoles is live right now. I know everybody on the bandwagon right now. But football is football, and just like they went into Boston College, and I knew they couldn't cover that 28 on the road, I don't think they're going to cover 24 at the crib against Virginia Tech. Yeah, I'm sorry. Virginia Tech got to have something to fight for, and I just don't see them covering 24. Florida State. Can they do it? Yes, my Seminoles can do it, but I just don't see it, dog. I see Virginia Tech being competitive. So those are my sleeper bets, man. Now, those aren't official plays. Those are just plays that, depending on what's going on, hey, man, don't sleep on them 2 bets. You know what I'm saying? But it's 5:17. We've been on there for almost an hour and 15 minutes, and I got to get ready to go to practice. So, Marley, that's all we got, man. You hit us with the prayer. We can get on out of here, my boy.
Yes, sir. Like we did last week. And y'all already know we're going to do it again this week. And that is, we going to smack them up. But I am Marley Bets, and that right there, oh shit, that right there, that is the coach. And this is Brothas N Bets. And I said that part, I did it wrong, huh? Just like last week, we gonna smack them up. And y'all already know, this week, we gonna smack them up. You know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. We out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems. We gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we